My people, from the 14th of the second month of 1438, the spiritual year, the Shariyat and Spiritual growth. The following was for the Ekankar officially sanctioned, journaling circle, but I can't find whether it was on November 22nd, 2015, or November 29th, 2015 of the Common Era at the moment. At 9:44 a.m. of Saturday, November 7th, 2017, was the start of the darkest quarter of the year. So, this sundown before that started Samhain, winter in the old way of thinking. It is fitting that I had a special dream in its first night. I turned to my Ekankar tarot trumps painting for its section on both Saturday and this season. Kamit, vibrations, the physical universe, the 5 spiritual laws of this world, and God. These are written as the alchemical symbols of separation, energy, and conveyance. Within the wheel of the year, the seated figure observes the forms of duality and silent acknowledgement of the changing manifestations of the passage of time, as seen as the zodiac signs open between Sagittarius and Capricorn below, and Gemini and Cancer above. I was mostly observant of the manifestations of the manifestation of the dream, but I was active in the process too. The teachings of Ekankar have been in the open of on earth for most of a century, and the different forms of similar themes get me ready to re-establish those truths within me as a multitude makes multiple calls for its spiritual master. These were astral beings coming in. In the name of Sugmad, God we seek, which is Ek, one. In an ocean of beneficence and mercy, words came to mind. Declare that it has been inspired that a crowd of astral beings listened and related that they heard the wonderful word of Ek. God is a verb. And that's Al-Quran 72:1 in Ekankar lingo. It is the foolish among us who expressed untruths about Sugmad. God is a noun. Al-Quran 72:4 in Ekankar lingo. We believed that humans and astral entities couldn't express falsehood about Sugmad. God we seek. Al-Quran 72:5 in Ekankar lingo. Human souls used to seek power through astral beings, but they afflicted them adversely. Al-Quran 72:6 rendered into Ekankar lingo. I returned to this on a Tuesday. I gave that day the theme of Hu-Ak to remove blockages. Hu-Ak. This is fitting with how the beings I saw went away with Ashmt, being heard. Tashm, broken apart into its former pieces, but the message that I should grow in 24 different ways, or figuring out about 24 different ways I've been growing before 3/8 of the year is up remained. I was clear to understand of these truths of the sixth serpent saying, Mahanta Hugh, way shower invoking. When they cleared out, leaving behind their symbols, those were experiential truths too. These and my own 24 laws are of my personal Shariyat, sacred account. I am never alone and should not be afraid. For that 12th of the year, I placed middle path, balance, and unity. Upon my Ekankar tarot trumps painting. It is like the dream in that self-recognition paints the mental existence in a spiritual way. Perhaps the halo and the piercing of the pink was a prior realization of the ruby quartz after coloring my own thoughts. A uniting of my lower and higher selves is an ever-moving consciousness. And side notes are, the symbolism of the dream was probably more about the midway point between the autumn equinox and the winter solstice, and the vernal equinox in general are such a difference in time than something confined to the 2015-2016. Confined to 2015-2016. Even though I know it is not the Ekankar usage of Mahanta Hugh. Mahanta Hugh. Exalted personalities, grief and contempt of a celebrity are also ways that the term would be translated in some Hindu languages.